Attention gamers. The term online gamer can mean anything from the 9-year-old super casual I'm allowed 20 minutes a day on my Nintendo Switch to play fork knife with my friends, all the way to the person who has literally dedicated his entire life to a game. This spectrum of casual to deeply concerning exists for pretty much every game except for one. League of Legends weans out new casual players more than an organic chemistry class weans out stupid sorority whores who think they are gonna be a doctor one day. People say professional free climbing is the least newcomer-friendly sport because one mistake and you're comatose, which is the closest comparison to playing this piss pit game because one mistake and 9 people are aggressively wishing you were dead. The naive morons who have gotten roped into installing this online torture simulator are immediately met with a tutorial that is so easy someone who couldn't even get hooked on phonics can make it through with ease, where you play a limited one-lane game with a juiced-up ult that has a negative cooldown. Then you leave that experience and are immediately met with people calling you a disgusting pig and telling you to inflict self-harm. It's great, honestly. But this leads to League being the ultimate competition of who can be the least casual, devoting their life to this one game and sometimes even just one champion.
How many hours of fucking League of Legends do you have clocked in?
And today we are going to look at the game through the lens of someone whose gameplay laughs in the faces of mere casuals, a man with such clean gameplay he's been getting accused of scripting for years, a man who has literally gotten the name of his one trick tattooed to his body so that we can see firsthand what the reward for such dedication to this depression-inducing game looks like.
Let the kicking clinic begin.
So he starts off the game making up for a flaccid as fuck leash by smiting so he can get to the enemy's blue buff first, but it turns out his bot lane was already raising awareness for brain cell deficiency disorders, so 2 kills go into the enemy Hecarim's pocket. And not even 4 minutes in when his bot lane dies to a gank again. I personally would be madder than a mosquito at a mannequin factory, but he has a different take.
I don't know if that's gonna work out for him in the end. He just hit level 3, but I'm a full level on him. I don't know if that's how you want to play Hecarim.
That said, he's got some business to attend to in the form of a Pantheon who's more overextended than a dislocated elbow, so he dashes in to make sure that sort of greedy behavior doesn't get rewarded. Anyways, when it comes to his take on Hecarim getting 4 kills early is suboptimal, I'm more curious than a small chimp named George, but I guess we get to see why that's the case a minute later when he heads mid looking for a quick calamari appetizer and the fed horse comes flying in like a high school sophomore who just got told his girlfriend's parents went out for the night, and I guess he's right when the 3-year-old can't hang with the older preschoolers. That said, the floppy donkey dick sardine does end up going down, plus Cass openly declines the blueberry that Highs so elegantly offered, so he has to tag his trinket in for the gap close so he can Mayweather the octopus a few more times. Turns out Lee may be the blind one, but their Pantheon's eyeballs are the ones that have never seen a mini-map, as he's still more out of place than a pork chop at a bar mitzvah, and I'm thinking he'll hide in bush ult away to bumfuck Egypt's safety, but this man is greedier than an Enron executive in 2001, so he takes the red pill and whatever comes with it. Both mids are dead, but the lane is still so full of other idiots that don't belong there you could call it the White House. Haha, we love political jokes. Anyways, a quick little Hecarim job is in order to show off the snowballing jungle diff. And I'm depriving you of the commentary you'd get on his channel, but the man is like Morpheus in predicting the future.
I feel like they're definitely ganking bot, yeah.
Or I guess just using his eyeballs, but anyways, while Ellen DeGeneres is getting his butt plugged by Ghost Rider, Highs is sending Mr. Tomness back to Narnia before conducting a little kick into cleanup combo, but honestly I'm sure if he didn't counter gank there his Fizz would have taken care of it. At this point, being 7-0 yet the game is tied at 9, I'm thinking demonetizable words in my head, but Highs puts it more elegantly.
Looking at my team, I'm a little worried that they suck.
And his mid is leading the pack in the category of suck, so he has to pay a visit mid, to which if I were playing this Lee Sin I would run straight up with a Q and then go finish my clear, but a man with Lee Sin knuckle tats is always keeping these shitters guessing before they can react. But he knows if he doesn't hover the lane like a UFO, the amount of feeding this Fizz will do will be out of this world, so all he can do is kick the calamari into tower and then do his best sniff pursuit of the crop dust trail. This seaweed-ridden Dantes is leaving, but the centaur is too stupid to respect the fact that his own minion is holding Lee's blueberry, so he finds himself back in base. Anyways, when Highs is playing Lee he's rocking more wards than a JSC criminal psychology video, so no weed bush or rift pube is safe to call a cab back to basis. He'll be there like the blind Uber to offer you a quicker way to get there. That said, stimulus checks are so high that no one wants to work, and it's noticeable when you see the intelligence department in his Aatrox's head is short-staffed and hiring, resulting in a situation where Highs has to fend off 3 dudes and a scuttle crab bulking on Tren. all with a bandana over his eyes like some psychopathic monk monster, and he comes close to pulling it off, to which I would be raging, but like a true monk, he looks within for composure.
I could have killed him there if I played it properly though, so I'm not blaming.
Now, just to give you an idea of how this game is more lopsided than a chick who needs a boob job's chest when it comes to balance, our tatted up protagonist has literally 16 kills at 24 minutes, yet he's still a level behind the enemy team's Mr. I put my head down and just jam my stubby dick down lane alone all game, to the point where he still needs to play it safe so that the spear slut doesn't make a cataracts kebab out of him. Dragon is spawning soon, so a bunch of hobos are humping each other in the forest, as you can see, as Ezreal thinks in 180p, which thanks to Riot's impeccable Duskblade rework gives Donatello a get out of a free jail card. But what they don't realize is when you lack one sense like sight, you have heightened other senses like the ability to drop kick motherfuckers, so he still pulls a double kill out of it. Then you can tell this isn't his first rodeo when it comes to being the only actual human with functional fingers on his team, so he buys a GA knowing he may get popped like a cherry during a girl's first voyage to Pound Town. As you can see, that's exactly what happens here. But he wakes up from a quick slumber rejuvenated and thinking clearly enough to find the perfect alt angle to stack those shitters up like pancakes, which can best be described as...
Bro, that was such a nasty kick. Holy shit.
This lets them get an uncontested dragon, and I just got a kick out of this. His Ezreal decides to shed some flame in chat as if he himself isn't so useless he couldn't even shake the piss off his own dick, so I enjoy the quick banter that they exchange. But it so turns out that Highs perfectly has smite up again just when he needs it for Baron, as if someone really is gonna go questioning a man with literal League of Legends tattoos on his fucking body. Their team's Cassidon is fed from his 50-course meal at the local Fizz's free buffet, so any fight at this point is going to be a struggle.
Bye. This time I'm predicting his Rift Walk. There it is.
And I'm not entirely sure what build or runes he's running, but the fact that he can ult Dantes to send him back to Korea and still have his kick ready again in like 15 seconds is slightly alarming. Anyways, there's some lonely psychopath killing his team's cameras, tiptoeing around counting to 4 on repeat in the forest, so the only humane thing to do is euthanize via swift kick to the noggin for this one. They are now trying to tame Toruk the Great Leonopteryx, and no horse, regardless of how much of a stylish entrance they make into the pit, will live to remember how they lost the smite battle against this league casual killing kickboxer. And I guess you throw Elder Buff onto a 30+ kill 10,000 hours Malcolm Gladwell. This dude is a master as fuck of his Lee Sin trade, and he just starts toying with these mere mortals, thinking they were just gonna hit a quick game after getting home from their shitty 9-to-5 job sharpening pencils at the local DMV under a shit boss, totally not projecting as we see the final few kills in what ends up being a 38 kill 42 out of 50 KP insane game. And with that, I just want to say go check out Highs' channel. Fun fact, he was the best man at my wedding. He's a super chill dude with a crazy amount of game knowledge about this game as well as all of its top creators, so go pick his brain sometime. I will link to his video in the comments so you can all say Rav sent you. Brush your teeth tonight. Rav out.